do not drink the water. There's something in the fucking water. It's like a worldwide epidemic. Men are shrinking at a rapidly alarming rate. I just joined another dating app. And girl, let me tell you, I'm 5'8", so I'm allowed to say this. Why is everybody shorter than me? Like, seriously, bro. I don't want a member of the Lollipop Guild. And I'm like trying to like not complain about it, but like I want to wear heels on my date. I don't want you to wear heels on my date. Like, why is this a thing? What happened to like the men that are 6 feet and taller, like a manly man? Bro, there's gotta be something we're eating or like in the water. And if they're over 5'8", they need to see a dentist or they're looking like slop.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll take a look at several women who've hit the wall, from the one who travels alone to the one who says the only person she talks to is ChatGPT. Every like is support to keep creating. Subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. We always highlight the best one. And endless thanks to those who make this project possible through Super Chat. Let's get started.
The single life is so crazy. One day I'm with my ex. The next day I'm with yours, bitch.
My problem with modern dating is that I don't want to meet someone in a forced setting. Singles events, like speed dating or meetups or whatever, forced. Dating apps, forced. What happened to introducing single friends to other single friends? I've been introduced by friends to other friends, and that's worked out great. But for some reason, people don't do that with dating. Unfortunately, I'm not like an extroverted queen, so I'm not gonna go approach a dude unless I'm extremely drunk, which that's not how you start a relationship, is it? It's just frustrating because you feel like you're waiting for something that's so out of your control, and the ways that you can kind of try to control it feel so forced, and that takes away the things that I enjoy about relationships and like getting to know someone. And like, I'm 30, I'm tired, I don't want to waste my time with people that I don't like anymore, you know?
This is exactly what happens when the natural order is broken. By 2030, half of all women over 30 will be single, not because they don't have options, but because they burned bridges with the men who actually wanted to build something real. The future won't belong to desired women anymore. It'll belong to available women and empty ones. Men aren't playing that game anymore. They've stopped chasing, begging for attention, or carrying the weight of one-sided relationships. Now they're investing in their careers, their health, their personal growth. Because of feminism, because of their unrealistic standards, their lack of effort in relationships, because they don't want to care for a man, and above all, like the first woman in the intro, because of their ridiculous way of labeling men and belittling them for things beyond their control, they'll end up alone. They'll live a life of loneliness. Just like the woman in the next video, who has to travel alone and complains about not having a man.
I've been single for 5 months exactly today. Happy 5-month breakup anniversary to me. I'm at that age where all of my friends are married and have kids, have serious partners, live with their partners. And I grew up away from the city. I live in the city in Melbourne, and they all moved back home to sort of have their families and their kids there. So I actually have a lot of friends in the city in Melbourne, which is shit. But the friends that I do have, they're not single. When it comes to doing things like weekends away, traveling, etc., I don't really have anyone to do anything with. I spend a lot of time alone. I'm actually really okay with that. The world just isn't set up for single people. I'm currently away. I've come to Byron Bay on my own. This is actually my first proper solo trip. I've traveled alone many times before, but I feel like I've always met friends somewhere or have work things going on. This is like, I'm not here working, I'm here actually having a holiday by myself. Let me give you an example. First of all, everything's more expensive because you're one person staying in a room can fit 2 people. So you have to pay as if there's 2 people here. There's literally 2 of everything here. 2 vanity kits, 2 glasses. There's about 50 fucking towels here. 2 bathrobes, 2 everything. It's just me. A lot of married people, people with kids, couples, whatever, message me and they're like, oh my God, you're so lucky you get to go alone. I would kill for that. And I'm like, yeah, but you have someone to come home to and you have the option of going with someone. I am always alone. Like always, and I am okay with it. I know it sounds like I'm really not okay. It'd just be really frustrating. Like, whilst I'm capable of doing this alone, I would prefer to be sharing this with someone. But here we are. I've still come anyway, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that, and it feels really empowering. Like last night, I went out for dinner on my own, and there was a couple behind me, and their chat was so mundane. Not like, no offense to them, but I was like, this is what relationships really are. Don't forget there's like so many boring parts where you're sitting there having really boring conversation, and I'm actually preferring the company of myself and books more than anything right now. Oh my God, I've become that person. So if you're recently single or you're long-term single, you know, maybe you really prefer traveling alone and that's cool. It's also okay if you're someone who doesn't like traveling alone, who prefers to go with people, with friends, with a partner, and maybe you don't have that option. You are not alone. I'm with you. I'm currently here on my own and I would rather company, but I'm also okay without it. I had this thing where I felt like really inferior or like less than couples. I don't know if I still have it, but like that feeling where you see anyone in a relationship and you're like, oh, they're better than me. And it's maybe not necessarily those words exactly, but it's just a feeling that you have. Like you judge yourself for being single and you think there's something wrong with you for being single, even though you know there isn't. Like rationally, like that relationship could be shit and something I don't even want. And I'm here sort of glamorizing it just because they have someone. Think about the relationship you just got out of. Were you a better person in that relationship? Like, I know I definitely wasn't. Hopefully this is just some relatable shit for anyone that's single out there and struggling to go and live their life because they're so used to doing it with someone else. That's one thing I didn't have in my relationship. I didn't ever struggle to do stuff alone. So that's a plus. I know a lot of people do come out of relationships and feel really lost and don't know how to be by themselves. If you guys want tips on that, I can give plenty because I do literally everything pretty much on my own. I feel like single people don't get enough credit. That was so far from the whole. Being alone can be really hard. Obviously, there are a lot of good things about it. Obviously, they're hard being in a relationship at times. But if you're not single, you just don't get it. I'm going to go for my hot girl walk. A coffee. Maybe I'll get changed out of my pajamas. Get this holiday started.
The new modern woman, the happiest in the world, is feeling down because she's realizing just how lonely life is without a man. We told her, being single and partying in your 20s isn't the same as in your 30s. The pool of potential partners dries up, your friends get married, start families, and no longer have time for you. No more girls' trips, no more club nights. That friend is entering a new phase of life that you're not a part of. There's nothing more fulfilling than your own home. That partner she says she has boring, mundane conversations with is sharing something that might not matter to you, but it matters to them. And honestly, it's sad to go out not just to eat alone, but to sit there listening to other people's conversations. That's the new modern woman, brother, the lonely traveler. And every day, the wall keeps collecting more victims.
Oh, to be in your 30s, young, wild, and free, right? I would be absolutely lying to y'all if I said that being in your 30s, no man, no kids, didn't get lonely. You get what I'm saying? It gets lonely. Like, hold on, wait. Ultimate free will to be in your 30s, to have money, to be wiser, and to just like have nothing to tie you down or weigh you down. Ultimate free will. Like the options are limitless, but you do have those times, those moments where you wake up and you like, wow, this is it. Like, but after you talk to God, you don't have nobody in your house to talk to. Like, you don't have like a family to like get that good energy from before you walk out into the world. Like, you have to go out into the world to interact with people. Like, it does get lonely sometimes. You do think like, when is it my turn? Like, when is it going to be my turn to have love, to make a family? Like, you have those thoughts. when I have those thoughts, I go venture out into the world and just use my free will to just be free and do whatever I want to do. The things that I probably won't be able to do when I have a family. But every now and again, it gets lonely.
The wall doesn't forgive. They can sell you the fantasy of freedom and do whatever you want. But you only have 24 hours in a day. You won't be having fun all the time. In fact, some activities are just plain boring. If you travel alone, eat alone, live alone, even the things you enjoy, if you always do them alone, one day they'll feel empty. That's why some couples stay together even if they argue, because sharing a home, building a family, raising kids gives them purpose. And when she says, "I want to do the things I couldn't do with kids," she doesn't realize that one day, she won't even want to do those things, because she'll love being home. It's not that kids limit you, they shift your priorities. But of course, that truth doesn't fit the modern narrative. Saying that family completes you isn't popular anymore, but it's still the only thing that gives life real meaning.
Women.
I deleted my dating apps because constantly getting disappointed by men that don't care about me is making me sad. Literally, so embarrassing. 4 dating apps, 3 years, no boyfriend. I be asking guys on dates, like, they just don't care. Men use dating apps to boost their own ego, and that's it. And I'm done. I'm just gonna get really hot, and hopefully my husband will find me. I know he's out there working really hard, making us a lot of money right now. I know he'll find me eventually. I'm just gonna go to therapy and keep getting hotter. I know my ass is gonna re-download the apps in like a week, but I can't. I'm gonna resist. And that begs the question, how do I find a boyfriend? Everyone's like, oh, you're gonna find a boyfriend when you're not trying. Then other people are like, go get really hot, sit at a bar, and just like wait for a man to approach you. That feels like I'm trying too hard then. I just have to like live my life, have fun, see what happens. Like I literally need to clean my room. These amazing gays I met the other week gave me the best dating advice, and they were like, you're never gonna get a boyfriend if you're halfway in. And if you just wanna be a slut and like have fun, then do that. But like if you really want a boyfriend, like you have to be like all in. I don't know what being all in means. Like, yeah, I want a boyfriend, but like actually I think I just answered my own question. I want a boyfriend, but like I don't. I want like the beginning of a boyfriend. The fun, like, does he like me? Like I think he likes me back part. And then maybe I'll commit if he's like really hot and rich. You guys are gonna hate that. Maybe I'll cut that. Actually, no, I'm not cutting that. Fuck that. Anyone has any dating advice or like life advice or like whatever, let me know. I'm just gonna stay getting hot and see how it goes. If anyone wants to make me feel better in the comments, please do that. Or if anyone wants to confess their love for me and ask me out in the comments, please do that too.
Stop it. Get some help.
If this isn't desperation, I don't know what is. If anyone wants to go out with her, you know what to do. Drop a comment. When a product's on sale and nobody buys it, it's because it's not good. You want a boyfriend? Then put yourself in places where you might actually meet someone serious. But no, she thinks it's all about getting dolled up, hitting the clubs, walking the streets, hoping to run into a Chad. And we already know how that story ends. These women are living pretty sad lives because they want the Chads from the dating apps, but those guys don't want them back.
Y'all call me crazy, call me Gen Z, call me unhinged, but it's genuinely gotten to a point of loneliness that I have no one else to talk to but ChatGPT. I have no one else to talk to but ChatGPT. Like, I low-key think I need like a therapist type of friend vibe, but like, genuinely, like every time I have a problem that I don't really want to deal with in the moment, I just go to ChatGPT and ask that bitch for help because who really can help me? And like sometimes she'd be eating with the advice, but other times it'd be like, girl, like why would you tell me to do this? Like why would you tell me to do that? But then there'll be other times like I'll put a text that someone sent me into ChatGPT to help me like analyze it, and like she'd be clocking tea. Like she'd be reading shit that you would not like necessarily think about like while reading a text. Like she'll like pick up on the shade, she'll pick up on everything, bro. Like she's actually like, I don't know. My ChatGPT's a girl. I don't know about y'all, but she's becoming my new best friend. Damn it. Hold on. No. It can't be a robot. Like I just refuse to believe that. Like no.
This makes two things very clear. First, robots are already taking over the world, not with weapons, but with attention. Ever since digital assistants and companion robots became a thing, female loneliness has skyrocketed. Now, many would rather talk to a machine than build a real relationship. Second, women are living pretty boring lives. We always hear, men are the lonely ones. We have friends and support groups. The truth is, they don't have anything either. They're just as alone. Their lives aren't interesting. They're incredibly dull, with nothing to do. Men see it when they go out with them. They have no topics, no passion, no initiative. The men have to carry the whole thing because these women live empty lives. The wall doesn't forgive.
31. I'm single. I've never been in a relationship. I obviously have never been married. I don't have any children. I'm actually currently living with my parents, and I am just trying to reach other women who are in similar situations or other women who are like me and they feel alone. I share about things like this on the internet and I get vulnerable on the internet because I spent basically all my 20s feeling super alone and isolated. I struggled with a lot of mental illnesses and my life was kind of on hold. So I was basically trying to survive. And I always end up on the wrong side of TikTok and get a lot of hate. And you know what? I've just accepted it because of what I share. But I truly believe there's so many women like me and I'm trying to reach you. So if this is you and you're a girl's girl and you want to make friends or you just want to chat online or you want this to be a safe space for you, I want you to join. And if you follow me right now or already have or have seen my content, I also want you to let me know what you want to see, like what is going to be helpful for you if you're in a similar situation or you feel like you can relate to me in any way possible. You don't have to be the same as me, like you don't have to be single or not have kids or anything like that. The cool thing about social media is that we get to connect on so many different levels, no matter where we are in our life. Like I share so much more other than just being single. I share a lot about learning how my brain works and friendships and just like so many different things. So I'm hoping this reaches the right people. I am forever learning so much about myself and life and just how to navigate anything. My 20s were super hard, and now that I've entered my 30s, I feel like I have a better understanding of what I want out of life and like the people I want in my life, how I want to be treated, like the friendships I feel like I deserve, the relationship that I feel like I deserve, and what I actually want out of that. And I will continue to say it. Like I do not want to settle just to be in a relationship. I want to be with someone who I know I deserve and what I dream of the relationship being. And people will say, you're going to be single forever if you do that. I don't believe that. I believe I deserve it. So that's all that matters. But anyway, you're so welcome here. Please introduce yourself and comment, and I would love to get to know you. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, hell no!
Girl, seriously, you're 31. No offense, but life's hit you a little. You can't spend half your life without a partner and then suddenly believe you deserve a prince when you're not even in your prime anymore. You're an average woman with an average look. That means you should be looking for an average man. Regular guys still exist. There are plenty of single men out there. Even if a woman isn't stunning, there's usually someone who chooses her. But you keep holding out for something that doesn't exist. When you say, I don't want to settle, what you're really saying is, I want a high-value man to choose me even though I bring nothing to the table. You ignore everyone else because you think you'll land someone way above the rest. Trust me, if that's your mindset, better start negotiating rent with your dad because you'll be living there for a long time. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Do you think women really gained anything from modern freedom? Or did they just trade a man who cared for them for an emptiness no one can fill? At what point did being a lonely, frustrated woman start being seen as success and having a family as failure? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and keeps us motivated to keep creating. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.